This is the Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
Hello, everybody.
G'day, team. How are you?
Here's the deal. We pre-record this a little bit here, and we do it during the show, and never have we done it this early. Harry?
Yeah, it's 10 past 8 as of time of recording.
So Harry's saying from now onwards, there will be nothing worth, if it's new,
Yeah.
of us hooking. If something pops up, well, you won't know it.
Like
Well, we're
Caitlin
looking
Bassett
ahead.
joining us.
Yeah.
No, we don't know.
Well, we
won't talk
can
about that.
say right now that Caitlin Bass is joining
She
us,
is
but
joining us.
she might not make it in here.
Yeah, we don't know.
We don't know. We're doing it too early.
Well,
got
we've got a competition after that, so
Yeah, I mean, $1,000 off the grabs each day this week. Get around it tomorrow if you missed it. But
yeah, it's
You
coming
know,
back.
do you need to
Yeah.
put
Getting a
fun.
lot of attitude these days.
I'm just getting more efficient,
lot
more
of
and more
Yeah,
efficient.
yeah, more
I think
efficient,
that's-
I get it.
yeah,
Why
yeah,
don't we
yeah.
record them all on Monday then?
I would love to.
So what else do we do? Ross Noble, so funny. We'll not stop talking about his particular movie.
Yes.
And you know what?
You know what he's like. I mean, the reason we're talking to him because he's on Thank God You're Here, which is all about improv. He's the improv king.
But we're
isn't
along
he?
for the journey with
Yes.
him.
Yes, certainly
we
is.
talked to a contortionist from Cirque Du Soleil. Extraordinary.
Hey, we're having a discussion about the city of Stirling who have allowed a lady to have a trampoline on the verge.
On the verge.
Yeah, for public use.
Crazy.
On the verge.
Nathan,
My world's amazing.
Nat,
It's not crazy.
and Sean.
No, that's definitely not crazy.
Nova 937.
3 past 6, Nathan and Sean. A happy Wednesday.
Yeah.
Oh, Sean, I was telling Nat.
Yeah.
So I was so tired this morning when I woke up, as
Yep.
we all are.
Yeah.
And I did a thing that I never do. So my alarm goes off, I get out of bed because that's, I just have to do it.
Yep.
Why fight the inevitable?
No, I do the same, yeah.
But then I closed my eyes, went, I'm so tired. And I just closed my eyes for a second and woke up 10 minutes later.
Yeah, you're lucky it was only 10 minutes, mate.
10 minutes.
That could have been 2 hours so easily.
Sort of wish it
'cause you
was.
wouldn't have
What?
Yeah, you wouldn't have had an alarm or anything. It's
No,
no, snooze thing
no
to be able to back you up.
backup, no
I don't
backup.
either.
No. And that's my thing is, what a wonderful sleep. I think, is that the closest you come to a coma?
No, I think it's
Is that
pretty close.
The 10
like
minutes?
literally?
Yeah.
And when you're in a
Yeah.
coma,
Yeah.
is that what happens? You like close your eyes and then you wake up and it's 10 years later and there's flying cars.
Yes.
I've never been knocked out either, so I don't know the coma
Oh, haven't you?
situation.
Has
Has
and
he
or
not been knocked out?
You
No, well,
have,
not-
how have you,
know, not
gone,
written off
gone
to be
to the
knocked out,
age
you
you
know what
are
I mean?
now to not be knocked out?
Oh, there was one time that a guy from Collingwood ran through me, and I remember getting up, and I said, the doctors were all around me, and I said, what happened? And then they said, oh, such and such smashed you over or something. I went, oh.
And your
then
fiddle's
off
out.
you go.
yeah.
And then off you go.
Times
Start-
have changed, haven't
start
they?
running again.
Now there's like an independent assessor has to come and have a look at you.
Exactly.
A coma sounds like it would be so resting.
It's amazing how people start their day like, you're just talking about just jumping out and making it happen. Generally, I do the same as well. But some people
don't.
I know that get up,
multi-alarms.
Oh.
Multi-alarms.
it's too hard now. You've got to make a decision.
No, well, I know what the decision is. The decision is just get a little bit more shut-eye. And then I've got another alarm to wake me up. My cat, though, last night at 11:45
Yeah.
killed a mouse, brought it into the house, and then just sat in the hallway meowing really loudly to let me know that she'd done it. Because
She's impressed with herself.
Very impressed with herself. And if you don't tell everybody about it, did it even happen?
It didn't happen.
It's like I could have just discovered the body in the morning when I woke up, but no, I had to get up.
I
and
won't
just
believe it
get rid
until
of
I
it.
see your cat's Instagram post.
What a murderous bastard.
I know, she's a ruthless killer. I mean, but only of mice, so that's good.
Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
All new Suzuki Swift Hybrid is here. Australia's best value hybrid. Win $20,000. A brand new Suzuki Swift Hybrid.
Hey, what's up? This is Troy Sivan. See me live. Your chance to win only with Nova.
The ultimate package, that's what we're talking about. Pipe down, Sean.
Just over here, mate.
$20,000 cash, a brand new 2024 Suzuki Swift Hybrid, and a trip for two to New York City to see Troy Sivan perform at Madison Square Garden.
You can win all three prizes simply by getting on air with us when you hear Troy Sivan's song this morning, Rush, okay?
One of his
Ooh,
best. Sean
Rush.
keeps asking me if
Actually like Rush.
we'll learn the Rush dance together.
Is there a
So
Rush
like,
dance?
he goes, tonight, can I come over and we'll learn the Rush dance?
You know I just want to come over, full
Yeah,
stop.
that's true.
No, the
Just
Rush
looking for
dance.
any
Hug it out
excuse.
The amount of people that want to come over, Sean, and use the Rush dance as an excuse.
If I had a dollar,
I'm not a Russian dancer.
All right. For an extra entry in the draw, you can hit up the Nova player as
Yeah,
well.
that's a bit of fun.
smart way to play.
Or you can listen out for
Rush.
Rush.
There we go.
That's
We're gonna
fun.
Stop doing the dance and give us a call.
Stop doing the dance.
How many people?
just 3 this morning.
3 people go into the running the moment you hear Rush by Troye Sivan. Could be at any time between now and the
we
end of our
don't know.
show. We
don't
don't
press
know.
the
We've got
buttons.
no way of finding
There's a
out.
person that's in a skyscraper over east that does the music.
Yeah, and Harry presses the
Skyscraper.
buttons. We've got nothing to do with it.
Skyscraper. Is it the movie Skyscraper?
No, I didn't
It's
see
about
it.
a skyscraper.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think there was like a fire in it or something. And then people had to get downstairs. I know. Thank you, everyone.
People had to get downstairs.
Downstairs.
Okay.
Is that it? It's just a movie of people walking downstairs.
I don't remember it too well. There was an action in there. I think the,
Oh, so did some people run
the
downstairs?
skyscraper was a little bit technically advanced. So I had all these features in it, and then they'd suck oxygen out of it. I don't know.
Okay, we'll do some homework.
No,
Harry-
no, don't bother. No one's interested.
No, they are. People are lining
Why
up.
the answer
Literally
on?
nobody.
We're all losing our minds over the skyscraper.
I feel like I've seen
Not all
it.
of it.
So the rock. So these are things I forgot. The Rock has a prosthetic leg. Which is very
he could still-
important.
Yep.
It's very important. Yes, and that's why the scientific thing
Yeah,
with him
so
jumping
like,
is running. Neve
yeah.
Campbell's in it from Party of Five, and Harry knows her from The Rookie. That's why Harry just lost his mind. And yeah, so then I think terrorists, yes, them, they go into the building, and then she notices, Neve Campbell, and then suddenly they're all trapped in the building, and his family's in there, and then the building is very technically advanced, and they're shutting off all different floors and doing this stuff
So
with
this is a
buttons.
documentary,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yes.
What the bad guys didn't realise is, but prior to obviously losing his leg, The Rock was involved in the special
Forces.
Special forces.
They
right.
didn't realse
Yeah,
the
in the Middle
backstory.
East. Okay, so
Oh,
the
they
backstory. They
underestimated
just thought he
the
was some kind of
disabled
computer
person.
guru that was just selling stuff.
Telissa, is this your Friday night done now?
Yeah, simple.
Skyscraper.
Sorted.
Skyscraper.
That's amazing.
Let's all watch Skyscraper and make the people that made Skyscraper go, wait, why is everyone downloading this?
It's the Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
All new Suzuki Swift Hybrid is here. Australia's best value hybrid. Win $20,000. A brand new Suzuki Swift Hybrid.
Hey, what's up? This is Troye Sivan. See me live. Your chance to win only with Nova.
We're looking after you early people. Troye Sivan, Rush.
Yeah.
Harry played that just for you.
Early people get forgotten too much in life.
It's true. Time to put some people in the running to win the whole package, $20,000 cash, brand new 2024 Suzuki Swift Hybrid, and a trip for 2 to NYC to see Troye Sivan at Madison Square Garden.
Well, let's get a few people on then. Mandy from Southern River. G'day, Mandy.
Hello, Mandy. You're up and about.
God, you sound like Mrs. Doubtfire then.
You do. Hello, poor bit.
I probably look like her as well at this time of the day.
Why are you up so early on a Wednesday morning, Mandy?
Oh, I've got a bit of a trek to work, so I get up early to avoid the traffic.
How far do you have to go, Mandy?
About 45 minutes either way.
Does it
a
feel
lot
like
of your life,
45
isn't it?
minutes, or do you just switch off?
I switch off and listen to you lot. That's the highlight of my day, so thank you for
jeez.
being there.
Mandy.
Thank you so
Mandy.
much. Hey, Mandy, we were just talking in the break about what side of the bed we sleep on, and we found out that everyone in our team is, apart from Sam, all sleep on the left to
As
the
you,
left.
if you're standing
If you're
at the
standing
foot of the bed facing it.
Looking at it, where do you
Yeah,
sleep?
well, look, we're going to have to sandwich because I'm on the left as well.
Oh, so the bodies are piling up on the left.
They are.
I
There
know.
seems to be like
Isn't that weird?
a whole pile of really quality people that
Yes.
sleep on the left.
I know, we don't want the right-handers. They're a bit
No,
weird, aren't
I mean, they even out, so you need to meet a right-hander.
Well, you have to.
Hey,
but-
Mandy, do you have someone
Yeah.
that sleeps on the right-hand side of your bed?
Well, no, I have my cat that sleeps whichever way I'm facing.
You know what?
Okay.
You know where the person that sleeps next to me, that's my iPad. So.
Oh, yeah, well, that's on the other side usually.
a threesome.
You saucy little mix, Mandy.
Oh, la la.
You're in the running. You have a great day, Mandy. Thank
Thank you,
you.
you too.
Good on you,
Thanks.
Mandy.
Bye.
Babe.
Let's go to Amy in Chewett Hill. Hi, Ames.
Ames, hello.
Morning.
Hey,
Hi,
buddy.
Amy.
Big question.
Let's get
Yeah.
into bed with you. What side are we sleeping on?
Looking at the bed?
Yeah, looking
Yes,
at the bed.
Left.
Left again. Now, do you have
You like
anything
attracts
that lays
like.
next to you? We know that Nathan has
Yeah.
an iPad that lays next to him. Have you got a person or...
Yeah, I've got a person.
Oh, okay, settle down,
It
show
all
off.
works out.
Person.
Wait, did you have a conversation about which side of the bed you would each choose to, or did you just claim your spot? How did it go?
It just I was always a left and he was always a right.
Ah.
Oh, that's good.
that
Isn't it?
works out.
That's like yin and yang meeting.
Is it?
Yeah, it is. It is.
Yeah.
Yeah, town and country.
Perfectly compatible.
Thank you.
You're in the running, Amy. Good luck.
Thank you.
Okay, guys. Diane, you know what we're going to ask you. We're at the foot of your bed. Which side are you sleeping on?
It sounds creepy now.
I'm on the left.
Lefty.
That's amazing.
So what?
Someone's got to be sleeping on the right.
I know, right? Do you have somebody on the right-hand side, Di?
I've got a dog and a person.
Oh, congratulations. I
Another
can
threesome.
Google a dog and a person on
Yes.
my iPad which sleeps to the right of me. I can Google any person I like.
I've got a dog, but he doesn't sleep on the bed out of his own choice. He could if he wanted to, but he doesn't.
Yeah. How big's your dog?
Huge.
Like, how big?
Like, it's a poodle cross with a mastiff. So
Oh my God!
Jesus, Di.
It doesn't say.
Please tell me it's a
poodle
king
cross
size.
with a.
Yeah, so
A mastiff.
so warm in the winter.
So
Oh, I bet.
is it mastiff sized with curly hair? That's what
Yes. Yeah.
Do you go to sleep? Do
What a
you
weapon.
I don't mean this dirty at all, really. Do you spoon with your dog for warmth?
All the time.
Do you? That's strange to me.
Me too.
But you hate the touch of another human, Nathan. You might as well give it a shot.
I don't think it's so funny. You're spooning in bed with a dog. Anyway, I love it. I love it, Di.
Are you the big spoon or the little spoon, Di?
No. Oh, you can't be the little spoon to a dog. Then, okay.
Pretty big dog.
Okay. No, my
It's a
thing is,
big dog.
if anyone's listening, you can't be the little spoon to a dog. You just can't. That's where the police get involved then.
Yeah, I think so.
I think that's too much.
Yeah.
That's,
that's where you draw
the
the
line.
line.
That's the line.
Good to know.
Little mastiff cross. What?
Di, you're in the running for Nova's cash car and a star. Well done.
It's the Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
Who asks more questions than Nathan, Nat and Sean? Kids do. Feed their curiosity and find the answers together with science you can touch, hear and see at SciTech.
We're on a bit of a hunt, actually. If you've got one of those kids that's a bit of a smart aleck, especially about a particular subject, this is your chance to put them out there and maybe win something awesome.
Well, Nat, your kid could be taking home $1,000 cash.
Yes, please.
Plus the SciTech Family Pass. All you have to do is head to novafm.com.au.
For example, Amy, would you like to please approach the microphone, our producer? Let's talk about your son.
Yes.
And let's talk about his current interests.
His special subject.
Is Titanic.
The Titanic.
He knows everything
How
about
old is
it.
he?
5.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's sensational.
Will not stop talking about
Loves
it. If
it.
it's on,
Watches on YouTube,
they've researched it.
He knows it happened in April, that his birthday month,
Yeah.
back in 1912.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep. He knows that there was room on that door for Jack at the end.
He did.
That Rose and Jack sailed it.
Yeah. He's obsessed.
Fantastic. That is
Obsessed.
great.
Amy actually thought there was a little bit dark at the start, didn't you? You're like, there's a lot of people died on that ship.
It can be any
True.
subject.
It's true. Any subject at all.
Anything at all. And we know that some kids just lock onto one.
So the kids get to pick the special subject, but on the day it'll be a kid versus an adult to see who's smarter.
They might have seen, if you would have seen Channel 10 News last night, they had the play of the day type of stuff, and they had this kid who was 9 years of age, and he got a chance to call Major League Baseball because
amazing.
he's so into it. He knows every statistic under the sun.
Yeah.
9 years old on ESPN.
That's what we're talking about.
Don't know we're doing that smart. No,
So just
is your kid
ratchet it
professional
down
enough to
a
go on
little
TV
bit.
and do it as a job? Nah. We have no chance of winning.
Go to
We need a chance.
novafm.com.au and nominate your kid in their special subject, and you never know. They could be
We want
proving their
smart,
worth.
but not too smart.
Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
Thank God You're Here is back again, 7:30 on Channel 10 and 10 Play. Oh, one of the guests tonight. Thank God he's here right
thank
now.
God.
Ross Noble, hello.
Hello, how are you all doing?
We're wonderful, Ross.
Ross? What's happening?
Excellent.
You all right?
I'm very well, thanks.
good.
Yeah.
Good.
What madness is happening in that studio? I bet you've got some sort of... Have you got a contraption, or are you about to...
You know what we've done? We've changed the world of snack food forever. Every day I bring in a treat for Harry. That's from the communal treat bowl in the kitchen, and it's usually a small packet of fun-sized crisps. And today I brought Harry something that I thought would be an amazing invention. Ross, I brought him a little packet of burger rings and also a little packet of Cheezos So is it cheeses?
Cheese balls.
Cheese and bacon balls.
Cheese and bacon balls. So then we could put the ball in the burger ring and make little cheeseburger ring planet.
Yeah, like Saturn planets.
Oh, beautiful. It's like pigs in blankets for the white trash.
Thank you.
Oh,
So, Harry, try one now. Try one now. There we go. And Harry,
high on the crunch factor.
It's amazing.
Oh, it's great.
So what happens, Ross, is the burger taste, of course, prominently comes through the burger ring, and then Natalie, what happens
You have a
afterwards?
cheesy
Surprise?
aftertaste.
A cheesy aftertaste.
Which who doesn't love a cheesy aftertaste?
And
Ross?
that was on your dating profile back in the day, wasn't it, Ross?
Cheesy aftertaste.
You've created a cheeseburger snack.
Yeah.
Before 7 a.m.
I know.
Yeah. And none of it's real food, as we know.
Beautiful.
Thank
beautiful. All created from, what is it, wheat powder or something? Beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh, don't ask any questions about what's in it.
Oh, God, no. Absolutely not. Well, you haven't let me down.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ross.
Thank you.
Hey, Ross, it's always great when you're here live. We always have a bloody good chat. I remember you were writing a whole heap of stuff last time, and I think things might have got picked up along the journey. Are you? I mean, obviously, you're still writing heaps of stuff. Have you had any luck?
Are you getting paid? Is what Sean wants to know.
Still very much confidential, but you never know. We'll see.
Okay. You can't give too much away.
I did enjoy, Ross, your appraisal of the Olympic opening ceremony on Instagram. You gave your opinion on what was happening in front of you. That was a wild ride, wasn't it?
You know what? I thought, oh, that's a bit weird. I'll take a screenshot of that and I'll pop that on Instagram. And I'm a bit rubbish when it comes to posting stuff. And I went, oh, that's a bit odd. And then I went, oh, hang on, 30 seconds later, that's a bit odd. And then I put that on there. And then it wasn't till I'd been on there for about an hour going, oh, every single thing in this opening ceremony has been the weirdest thing ever. It's like the French just got together and they decided they were like, they had this meeting and they just went, shall we feature stuff that France is known for? Yes. And like one of them's gone, no, we will confuse the whole of the world. We will have a man dressed as a Smurf with a load of things wrapped around his downstairs area. Shall we have music? No. We will have a woman on a floating turd with a burning barbecue. See it, imagine. And it just went on and on and on. And it was just like, and then the point that I just thought, oh, this has gone ridiculous. Celine Dion, right? There's Celine Dion, right? And I, you know what? Of all the famous horse-faced singers, she's my favourite.
Horse-faced singers?
You know what I mean? Like, she's always a winner. You turn up to her shows. Yes. Clarence Jugalump, she loves it. And she's there, she's singing away. But I just thought, how did those athletes feel? They're floating along the river and they've seen Celine Dion and they think, oh, the last time she was singing and there was a boat involved, that didn't go well. You know what I mean? And then all the divers, the swimmers and the rowers are thinking, we'll be fine. Yes. But, some of them weightlifters, and then obviously her with a horse-like feature. She saw the British dressage team, and she had to go into witness relocation.
Because that British woman wanted to whip her.
I thought she'd stop singing.
Yeah, it's great.
Yes, this is her comeback. This is her big comeback after having some catastrophic throat thing.
Yeah. But also, can I just point out something? This is the second time that we have brought up something that is Titanic-related, and this came from Ross.
Yeah.
We spoke about the Titanic a little bit earlier on today, and now you bring up Celine Dion and reference to Titanic. It's in the world. Titanic is very important to all of us.
It's almost like it's the biggest movie of all time.
It's weird, isn't it?
It is.
But yet how much
never bring up Avatar.
But how much do people talk about it daily? And we talked about it this morning, and randomly you brought it up.
Turns out the Titanic is our Roman Empire.
It is.
Yeah, I mean, it's because it's not just a historical maritime tragedy. It is also a lovely love story, and there's not enough of that. The Hindenburg, that should be, you know?
Yeah. Can I just say, and remember this, right?
Yes.
Remember back in the day when the Titanic first came out, right? The world was fat-shaming Kate Winslet for playing Rose. Now, if you do yourself a favour, right, today, go and Google pictures of her when she was in there, and they were fat-shaming her. She is not fat at all.
I thought she looked
crazy.
She looked beautiful.
Yeah,
then.
no,
I
that was
remember.
the whole story was,
Yeah.
and she had to come out and do interviews about how she was cast as the larger woman against. And you got to remember, Leonardo DiCaprio was like a broomstick back then, so anyone was
and a
fat next to
child.
him. Yeah, unbelievable.
Yeah, but it was a different. Back then his girlfriends were age appropriate.
Through the
None of them ever aged past 25. Hey, Ross,
the thing is, though, is that you got to hand it to James Cameron because it was one of those. You got to remember when that film came out, Kate Moss was at our absolute height, and it was that thing. It was that kind of skinny chic and everything. And we did have we had a completely different sort of approach to what you're right. It was one of those things where everyone had to be super skinny and it was unhealthy.
Back then, it was like healthy women, yuck. It's like, are you serious?
Yeah, exactly. And Kate Winslet, absolutely beautiful, lovely, absolutely lovely. And it's one of them things where, they'll go, oh, yeah, we've moved on, and now we're all a bit more enlightened. But I have to say, I'm just saying, and James Cameron is one of my heroes. I absolutely love James Cameron. But all I'm saying is, where are the fat Na'vi in Avatar? Look at them.
That's a great question. Well, there's no KFC on that planet. That's obviously
exactly. You think there's just, maybe that's what, he's doing 5 and now they're all athletic, they're warriors, they're super skinny. Maybe in the 5th one, they defeat the humans, they get all the rubbish food, and it's just a big
Uber Eats.
He's just sat in a chair. Scratching his blue arm. I remember.
And then it looks like the guy from the Olympics opening ceremony.
Yeah. But think about it as well. The Na'vi, of course, on that planet, they're all vegetarians, aren't they? They all do one with the plants, and I don't know if they. Oh no, they kill animals. They eat farm to table.
Yeah.
Paddock
to plate, Nate.
Paddock to plate. They eat that way, so they're not doing too bad.
I wasn't sure about the underwater people this time in. The Avatar show.
If you love seafood, that's the place. That's the tribe you want to live with.
Fair call.
But then the other problem I've got with the Na'vi, and
I've been waiting to say it.
I'm a fantasy racist. That's what I am.
Yeah, okay.
Here's my problem with the Na'vi. No, my problem with the Na'vi, right, is they've got the long ponytail there.
Yes.
When they bond with their partner, and then that intertwines and they're together. And it's this beautiful moment of this sensual thing. And then 2 minutes later, they're plugging into them big flying bird things.
Yeah. So it's like they're doing it with the birds.
And they're connecting with them. And I think, what are you doing? It's like fondling a pigeon.
No, it's like having to get into your car and turn it on with your penis.
Okay.
You know what? I wasn't going to go there. I thought fondle a pigeon would be better. But it's good to know if you're sure.
There's
and
the
it's
line.
good to know that you can properly cross the line.
Of course you can.
We love your work, Ross. Thank God you're here tonight. And obviously, you doing any sort of improv is a wild ride. So we can't wait to see it 7:30 on Channel 10.
And 10 play, don't forget the 10
play. We would never forget 10 play.
We're young, that's how we watch it.
One final question, right? Just one final question before I go, right? On the Na'vi, right?
Yes.
It's like about time this came up in an interview.
Okay.
He's sat there in his chair, big fat Na'vi. He's eating the burger ring cheeseburger thing that you've created, right? He's choking on it, right? How do you know? He's already blue.
Such a good point, Ross.
That's a really good point.
What a great way to finish this interview.
And I do know there's probably more things about the Na'vi, but we'll get that off your chest the next time.
To be fair, more questions than answers.
I haven't put the tickets on sale yet, but I'm coming back there start of next year. Okay. So get all your Na'vi questions
all right.
and I'll come in and let's do a Na'vi special.
Yeah, we'll do a Na'vi segment. And everyone listening right now, if you've ever had thoughts related to the Na'vi on Avatar, we've got a while now to get your homework done, and then we'll open up the phone.
We'll see you when you're here, Ross. Can't wait.
All right, always a pleasure. Take care.
This is Na'vi 937.
This is the Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
What If's uniquely Aussie award winners are out now. You can check out the best of the best experiences that make Australia special. Visit whatif.com. What if it's Aussie for travel? We know that.
So,
That's amazing.
All the winners are out, right?
Yeah.
But we're like scanning and we think, wait, WA didn't actually win anything. So then we went, wait, what were we nominated for? So we go to the nomination.
So these are the finalists in WA.
So, and can I just plead the fifth here? Finger bun. What is that exactly?
That's your sweet bun with the icing on top.
Yeah, so like a pink ice. I mean, it doesn't always have to be pink.
That's why they're not in my world. I don't like icing.
Well, that's Taz's Bakery, which everyone goes to down south. I have a real problem when I go down there in Dunsborough when there's summer, because all the people from Perth line up in like straight
you're
lines.
one of them?
No, but I know how to line up.
Because he refuses to line up.
Because you know how people there's an area like at a bar when you go to get a beer, people just go in and fill a hole, right? Wherever the barmaid is, you don't just line up in two lines when there's 20
but they
people
don't know
across
the
their serving.
They don't know the fill a hole rule. A fill a hole's not like a normal thing. Like it's line up world.
At a bar, you don't line up. You go and just go to the
but
thing
it's not
and
a
get
bar. It's a sausage roll place.
Speaking of bars, the best hotel bar, get a load of this, the Cordial Bar at the Premier Mill Hotel in Katanning. That's that fancy joint in Katanning.
Okay,
we spoke to the owner?
Yes.
Hey, best surf club, Mullaloo Surf Life-Saving Club.
Okay. Best lookout point, Kalbarri Skywalk.
Oh, yeah.
That is amazing.
You went there and Megan was too scared to walk in it?
she was freaking out. But it's so beautiful.
Yeah.
But the one that caught our eye, obviously.
Oh, my gosh. It caught our eye for a particular reason. Yeah. I wonder what that is. Best sausage roll.
There's a category.
So nationally, the best sausage roll was won by Kenilworth Bakery in Queensland. No.
Sure.
Too far to go.
The WA finalist was Emu Lane, once again, in Katanning.
Wow.
Katanning, a
seems to be the place to
hotbed
be.
of great what-if spots.
Well, guess what? We have one flown in by Airwolf.
That's right.
I've chosen to go with a burnt end. Not a burnt end, but an end.
I've got an end, but it's a moist end. I've got a moist end.
You got a moist end?
Yeah.
Oh, I want a moist end.
I'll be the judge of that.
All right, let's have a go.
We're going in.
No, it's a good sausage roll.
Good sausage roll.
Yeah.
Pretty tasty because you don't need sauce.
It's not greasy.
It's not greasy. It's got carrot in it, which gives it that sweetness and moistness.
I don't mind that. I think
a good pastry.
And we have to say,
they've gone heavy on the sesame seeds, not just on the top, but on the bottom as well.
We do have a history of sausage rolls. As you know, the Kalgoorlie sausage roll is the best thing anyone will ever taste in the world.
We were at the Royal Show a couple of years ago. We were judges on the sausage rolls.
I remember the guy there. And the guy there said that they judge, right?
Yes.
They judge over appearance, over taste.
And so it was equally weighted, appearance and taste.
I said, so one looks like it's hit a wall but tastes amazing, and one looks like it's beautifully made and it tastes terrible. They can't be the same sport.
They're not equal.
That's not right.
Yeah.
Right.
This is a good sausage
roll. Good sausage roll.
Good sausage roll.
If everyone is down
well done,
at Emu Lane. I do want to say my favourite business name is from South Australia. Their best sausage roll came from this place, the Banana Boogie Bakery.
Banana Boogie. Love it.
That's a challenge, isn't it, in a marketing sense?
You know what? I'll go safe to say it's Emu Lane in Katanning. Send us up a whole bloody esky of these things.
Or we could go there and stay at the Premier Mill Inn.
Well,
and then
have a couple of jars at the bar.
At the Cordial Bar. It's writing itself. Nathan just shoved the rest of the sausage roll in his face.
Oh, it's good.
It's like pastry dripping from everywhere.
This is the Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
We had Marlene's birthday yesterday. We have Oliver's birthday today. Part of the team. Oliver, happy birthday to my son.
A big day for Oliver?
Yeah, he's going for his licence today as well.
On his birthday. That's the way.
Yeah, I know. A lot of kids are doing this, but I did tell him, I don't know, do you need the stress of that?
Yeah, because it's freedom away from you.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's honestly what it is.
He doesn't have a car, so...
Yeah, that doesn't have a car.
It's just the idea. Yeah. It's the idea of what a licence holds and what it means. And it means getting away from your parents. And it means if you don't have a space in your own place and you are lucky enough to have a car, that means you've got a space.
You know what's an interesting part, though? As a parent, when you're driving around kids, you get the shits on, right? Because you're doing it all the time. And then there's a period where no one wants you to drive. They're getting your licence, and then they're getting off. And then
and also,
so it's freedom for you too, Sean.
Look about it, right? So now we're however long down the track we are now. Yeah. My parents, I drive them everywhere. Like, I'm literally the driver in the family. Overseas or anything, now I drive them everywhere.
If my parents are in town, I have to drive them around too. Yeah.
The full circle.
Yeah, full circle. Full circle moments.
Even if they have their car with them, they don't like driving in the city.
My mum and dad will drive over to my house, and then they'll leave their car in my spare bay, and then we'll get in my car and drive somewhere.
Rather than you just meeting them there.
There's so many comments I make about people's parents, my parents, other people's parents. Are we going to be? We're going to be in that area, aren't we? Are we going to be just relying?
You've become Henry. I don't know if you know.
Tell that story again. Happy birthday, Ollie.
Happy birthday, Ollie.
Happy birthday, Ollie.
This is the Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
Nova 937's It Pays to Know the News with Cash Converters. It pays to listen to the guys if you want to score a trip to Melbourne. And it pays to know the news on 7 News every night at 6.
Up for grabs right now, holiday to Melbourne for two, including $500 spending money. All you got to do is just answer the question that we asked you about last night's Channel 7 News Bulletin.
Well, let's go to Alice in Swanview. G'day, Alice.
Morning.
Hi, Alice.
Were you watching very closely last night, Alice?
I was. I took 3 pages of notes.
That's the spirit, Alice.
Then I think that she has the answer.
Yeah, I reckon you're right, Nate.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Well, listen to the question carefully, Alice, and then we'll get your answer and we'll send you to Melbourne. How about that?
Sounds fantastic.
Alice. The AFLW will be playing with a smart ball that has a GPS chip in it, which AFL football EGM Laura Kane said was how much heavier than a regular football?
I have that in my notes. I've just got to find that somewhere.
It's a big story.
Somewhere, because there was a lot of stuff there.
Yeah,
There was.
Quick.
Search.
It was a teaspoon of sugar.
You deserve that,
That
Alice.
is how it's done.
Yeah.
You deserve it.
She knew it was in a note.
You took your notes. You did this diligently, Alice, and now you've won a trip for two to Melbourne. That's flights, accommodation, and $500 spending money. Well done.
Unbelievable. And you know what? I didn't even find it on my notes.
Yes,
I just
it came to you.
Ended up using my memory bank and
Well
it
done,
came out.
Alice.
Oh,
Well
Alice,
done.
that's been... Hey,
I'm
Alice,
proud of you, Alice.
can you just run us through a couple of the other notes you took?
Yeah, but I started with every single story. So, I've got the cyclists defending these defecting to England.
Oh, I got a question for you, Alice. Did you take note of the story where the family was in the caravan?
Yep.
And then they took off. There was a local witness talking about how loud it was down their street because the things were still down in the caravan. Do you know her name? That local witness's name?
No, I didn't write down the local
that was the other
witness's
one I
name.
go through.
Hey, Alice, I've got a question for you. What was the name of the Jack Russell that saved its owner's life?
Luna.
Yeah. Good work,
I was
Alice.
thinking how many bikes were on the front of that caravan when they were showing it.
in a second.
That was bloody good, mate.
Yes,
well done.
Well done. You enjoy your holiday to Melbourne. Well done, Alice.
Oh, thank you so much.
You
It's
deserve that.
fantastic.
Everybody.
That's how it's done.
It
That
pays
is how-
to know the news.
Exactly. Make sure you're watching Channel 7 News tonight, 6 o'clock. It's like an old friend.
Oh,
and
yeah.
make lots of copious notes because even if you can't look through them at the time, it helps to put it in your brain.
If you write it down, it sticks in your brain more.
Exactly. To be like Alice, everybody.
This is the Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
Think about it, right? Your local council, usually the first thing you think is boo.
Well, they
100%.
say no to everything.
They
Then
say
you've got
no
to
to
appeal
everything.
it, and everyone complains. And
then sometimes they come out and they say yes to something. And I'm like, how did they say yes to that? Trampolines.
I love a trampoline.
We're going to go and head over to Scarborough. That's Marion right now. She's a mum. She's on the trampoline.
Jumping
and
up
the
and down.
trampoline's outside on her verge.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
She's having the
Council
best time.
to be clear, not in her front yard, on the
footpath,
council own verge.
On the verge. And that trampoline was put there for the enjoyment of the community. And she said that it was back to the days of yore when councils wouldn't worry if someone injured themselves on something. There was no real interest in public liability. So back in our days, you could have anything out on the verge. And
100%.
it'd be there for
It's
20
fair
minutes.
game. It's fair game
swings
too.
in
Anybody can
trees
use it.
and
Now we're
tree
looking at
houses.
everything through the possible eyes of a lawsuit. So anyway, someone had been driving around and announced and informed the local council of verge trampolines. So there's someone
that
that
sounds
had
like a real fun person.
a real issue with verge trampolines.
Like, if that's what you're
It's
doing
so
with your
true.
life.
So
come
that
on.
probably helped her case, in which she said the community love this. The amount of people that we have come over and have a trampoline. One woman hasn't got room for one in her house.
Yes.
So she brings the kids around to bounce on the
To
trampoline.
the street
there.
trampoline.
They meet each other. They talk to each other. It's a bit of a social
Yes,
hub.
it's a community thing.
So I thought, okay, as I'm reading this news story. This has been shut down and they're going to get rid of the
Because
trampoline.
we hear stories like this being shut down all the time. People being told you've got to take that swing down from that tree because somebody might get hurt on it.
No. The council said, yeah, no worries. You can keep the trampoline. Now, that is so surprising. Yeah,
it's amazing.
This is so surprising to me because I thought out of all the things for liability, a trampoline.
This one's got a net around it.
But are they... Okay, so my question is...
Yeah.
Can you
the
hurt
trampolines
yourself?
back in the day...
Yes.
Where we would have...
Oh, you break everything.
Skins pinched and...
Yeah, yes.
And heads bashed against bars.
Yeah, and you're falling onto the ground.
Every danger been eliminated.
Pretty much. So think about the springs that used to get us all the time. There's a mat that goes around those springs, so you can be safe there. And certainly with the netting up there, like... If I was in there... Which I was in there a few years ago with my boys, like smashing each other in there, like rock and roll wrestling.
Yes.
None of us. You can't go through the netting.
Can you have such a powerful double bounce? We know some people are bloody good double bouncers. Can you have such a powerful double bounce you could shoot your little brother over the net?
Oh, not over the net.
No.
Your only risk is the collision. Would be a collision between two people on it at the same time, right?
For sure.
Because my thing is
spinal if you landed on your head.
I am really happy for this community. I think it's fantastic that trampoline's there. But my question is, it's all fine when it's fine.
Yeah.
But then suddenly two kids that don't know each other smash each other's heads together. Parents are going at each other. Then they go, wait, there's trampolines here. It would never would happen. There's trampolines here. Let's go the council and let's go the person.
I know those people
because we live in that world.
I know, but those people who do that need to
ruin
F off.
ruin it
Because they ruin it for everyone.
Yeah.
But they do, Sean. We're in a litigious society.
Yeah.
That's the main difference from us now to us when we were growing up.
Yeah.
There's
Totally get
nothing.
it.
You could like slap someone else's child across the face and not even give a reason. Your parents go, yeah, they deserved it.
And people fell over all the time and didn't sue anyone.
Literally.
You just
of
fall
course they
over.
do.
and
You
slip
could
on
fall
something
over
going
in
on.
Woolworths and have a milk fridge full on top of you, and they would
and
lift
you
it and say, "Get out, mate! You got to pay for that milk."
Yeah, and you go, oh, I'm so sorry. I'm lying under your fridge. I'm really
Now-
sorry.
It's
But anyway,
so good.
I think it's great. I think it's great.
Yep. City of Stirling, good on you, mate. You're fighting back.
Yeah.
I mean, it might
Trampolines
cost you
for
millions,
all.
but...
Trampoline.
Nathan, Nat, and Sean podcast.
We were blessed with a visit from a guy called Alexi, who is from Luzia, the Cirque du Soleil show that's happening at Claremont Showground under the big top as we speak. You can get tickets from cirquedusoleil.com. Hurry up, though, because it ends on September 1st.
Now, as you understand, the human body should only bend one way. And he's a contortionist.
Yes.
Amazing.
One that would sicken a lot of people
Well,
from
we
what
talk
he
about
can
that.
do.
Yeah.
But the thing is, we decided to do a little bit of a prank on T, who of course has started here at work. Told her we got her a present. We put him in a box. We didn't have time to wrap it because we thought it would be so uncomfortable in there for him. We whacked a bow in there and then she opened up to find him in the box. Now, the thing that you want to see in this video is the way he gets himself into the box. Think about how you would get into a box.
Yeah.
He doesn't do it
into a ball.
He does not do it that way. It is crazy the way he films
my
up.
God.
So go Nathan Nat and Sean Instagram right now. You can check that video out.
Yeah, but then we had a chat to Alexi. Let's have a listen.
Yes, I'm a contortionist and I've been with Luzia for 8 years.
Amazing.
We started in 2016 and I'm since the very beginning.
So you've been a contortionist since you were how old?
I'm doing contortion since I was 4 and now I'm 29.
Alexi, so this is the deal because you now are owned by Telissa.
Yeah, that's right.
So it's just good for Telissa to get the instructions on what she needs to do with the first contortion she's received.
Yeah.
Did you learn this? Can you learn it, or is it a born thing? You have to be born like it.
So it's important thing that we need to highlight. Instruction for contortionists. I love cookies and ice creams. So it's the most important thing for me. I love it. And I need to train. I need to train a lot. And it takes me 3, 4, 5 hours a day for training.
Yeah.
So, and when we're having a show, we have from 8 to 11 shows per week. Sometimes we have 9 shows. Sometimes we have 10
Will she
shows
have
per
to
week.
drive you to the show?
Yeah.
Of course, I forgive. Well, she's responsible for me right
chip
now.
in for fuel, though, right?
Well, no choice.
Alexi, what was the attraction to being a contortionist for you?
When I was a kid, I asked my parents to take me to a circus show.
Yeah.
I saw a commercial of it. And they took me to a show. I fell in love with what I saw.
Yeah.
And I asked my mom to take me to circus studio. And at that time, it didn't matter what discipline I would do. It could be anything. Could be contortion, could be juggling, could be aerial, anything. And when I came to the studio, my coach tested me. He showed me different disciplines, different moves. And then he was talking to me and to my parents. And he said, well, comparing to other kids, you're more or less flexible. Let's try to develop this discipline. But at that time, I couldn't do anything crazy. I couldn't do anything extreme. And we started working on that, and he was integrating other disciplines into my base, into my routine.
Yeah.
My main routine is contortion, developing flexibility and showing it to people.
Yes.
But besides that, I was doing elements of rhythmic gymnastic, elements of ballet dance, modern dance, aesthetic gymnastic. I was practicing a bit of wushu, Chinese martial art.
Yeah. So it could have been an acrobat kind of thing as well. Yeah.
And all this together is what you can see on stage right now.
Amazing.
But of course, it doesn't mean that I'm super good at all those disciplines.
Yes.
The main goal was to pick the best parts that fits my acts, fit my routine, and integrate it into it.
Is there any part of your body that could be itchy that you cannot scratch yourself?
No.
I mean, that is quite handy. I mean, it's amazing. I know people that have been to see the show already, and some of them say that they can't watch you. Like, they literally have to look away because your flexibility and the positions you get into are so unnatural.
Well,
so you're terrifying
Well,
people.
we did see that, though, Nat. When you were warming up to get in the box today, so he was warming up, he was doing this back bend thing where, honestly, it was like he was a side table.
Yes.
You could have put a vase on his stomach. That was it's quite confronting to see.
I have my personal record in Luzia.
Yes.
When we started working, as I said, 8 years ago, my boss, artistic director, she was coming up to me and she was saying, Alexi, +1. I was like, +1? What does it mean? I didn't mind.
Yeah.
And she kept on coming up to me and kept saying, Alexi, +1 again, +1. And I decided to ask her what it means. And she said that when I come and see you and tell you +1, it means someone passed out watching your act or didn't feel good and they had to leave the tent. I didn't believe her. I was like, no, it cannot be true. And then later on, other people were coming up to me and saying the same thing. People working at the tent, security guys, they were saying, Alex, you know, someone left the tent because of you. They couldn't stand you. They couldn't watch your contortion. And I started counting. And by now, my, let's say, body count, 65.
My body.
Yes. And I already had 3 cases in Perth.
Yeah.
3 cases in Perth. That's fantastic.
Imagine that. That's a lot of power for your body to have.
Oh my God. Alexia, how does your ability to be a contortionist and to contort your body, how does that help you in everyday life? Let's take work away from it because you do this as a job, but does it help you do anything that others would find difficult? Or
to be honest, I don't realize anything.
Okay.
For me, it's absolutely normal because I'm doing this since I was a kid.
Yes.
But people are noticing and people saying, well, it's so easy for you to do your shoes, to do whatever.
Yes.
I'm like, yes, is it?
If you lock yourself out, you could get in through the cat door.
Yeah, for sure.
Never tried though.
but you would probably never even really want a business class flight because economy would be like an apartment for you.
I would love to have business flight.
But you could go in the back of the seat pocket.
No, you could go in the overhead hanger.
Yeah, well, it's pretty comfortable even though I don't realize it. But when people are noticing it, like, oh, Lex, you're doing your shoes, and I'm lifting a leg up and doing it like this.
How long can you do this for? Because you said you're 29 now. Like, what's the age limit on a contortionist?
It depends. It depends how you treat your body, how you take care of yourself. And, well, it depends up until what moment you want to continue performing. And if you take a look at yogis, professional yogis, those guys who are practicing this and make this their lifestyle, they're doing it until they're 90, 80. No limit.
How many different countries have you been to being in... Because it's a skill that you've learnt and developed over time, but now you've been able to travel the world. So have you been everywhere?
Not everywhere, but I think more than 13 countries. Only with Luzia.
That's not bad for a body count of only 65.
And counting. And counting.
Yeah, so my goal is 100, and when I hit 100, I will throw a party for Luzia.
That's right.
Now it's official.
All right, well, so if you do go to the show here in Perth and you do pass out, just know you're adding to the
it's
tally.
amazing. Thank you so much. What you can do is absolutely amazing. It's like a superpower. Well done, buddy.
Thank you.
Everybody go and see Luzia. It's on at Claremont Showgrounds under the big top. It is massive. Tickets from cirquedusoleil.com.
And check our socials to see Telissa getting her very first human male in the mail.
Thanks, Alexi.
Thank you so much.
This is the Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
I wonder if there'd be a budget for us to do a competition where every time Sean stuffs up, people win money.
Well, how much?
But I don't know what company is rich enough in Australia.
The only way to do it is to take it out of Sean's pay packet. Every time he stuffs up.
It's the only thing.
I mentioned there's been a big stuff up today, and no one, not even our boss, knew about this.
T knows.
Telissa.
T knows.
What happened?
He forgot to read his sport news.
He just forgot to read
came
it.
in.
He does so often. I don't feel like it's a mistake.
He used to do this to Ali all
my
the
thing,
time.
the thing that got me recently from Sean, right, is that we went and filmed this, the Channel 7 promo.
Yes.
For, it pays to know the news.
Yeah.
And while we were there, I got there, and then in the makeup room, just to the left, is Ben Cousins in there reading his scripts like he's practicing for an Oscar award-winning movie. That much dedication. I said to him, Ben, he goes, yeah. I said, I've never seen Sean do this. I've never seen him pre-read anything that is handed to him.
He's always surprised.
He was sitting here,
It's a
feet
discovery.
up, arms behind his back, and I'm like,
every
okay.
word. If you know that Sean's reading a script, I want you to know, everybody listening at home, I want you to know that every word is an adventure because he doesn't know what's coming next because he's never laid eyes on it before.
So what we're saying, T, is it's probably great that he didn't read the news because he would have just would have stuffed it up. So
But nobody knew. Nobody came in. Our boss, nobody.
Nobody said anything.
nobody came to see if you're all right.
Oh, yeah.
He's fallen and he can't get up.
It's the Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
Nathan, Nat and Sean crave a shopping spree, and DFO's got the brands you crave. You're in the know with DFO. Visit dfo.com.au now.
Well, in spite of Sean not being able to say it, I'm going to give it a go. We're about to play a round of In the Know with DFO. Turns out it's not that hard, Sean.
Just rolls off the tongue. Taylor's in Byford. Good morning, Taylor.
Morning, how we going?
Hey,
Good,
Taylor,
man.
$1,000 to spend at DFO. Taylor, when's the last time you did like $1,000 retail damage?
Probably never.
Yeah.
This is so
It's a good
exciting.
feeling with
yourself.
someone else's money.
Yeah, so Taylor, it's pretty simple. We are going to be giving you our very special DFO clues. So there'll be a separate answer for D, and there'll be an answer for F, and there'll be an answer for O. We need all three answers at once.
And you might be able to give us an answer that seems to fit the clue, but we're after particular words, okay? So you've got to get our answers.
Being first, it's tough. Mate.
I know, but Taylor's up for it, I reckon.
Here we go.
Yeah.
D, a classic cartoon character.
F, a food on a stick.
And O, something you can win.
Oh, Donald Duck. Oh, no.
No.
It is hard going first.
Out.
It's
Donald Duck was incorrect.
Incorrect. Yep.
Moving
All right.
forward. Thank you, Taylor.
Thanks, Taylor. Amber's in Redcliffe. Morning, Amber.
Hi.
Hi, Amber.
Amber.
All right, Amber. D, a classic cartoon character.
F, a food on a stick.
And O, something you can win.
D, Donald Duck. F, fondue. Oh, I can't think of anything for O.
People will kick themselves
Orange?
Well, you could win an orange.
technically win an
So
orange.
he's buying a ticket to win an orange.
It's not an orange. And also...
Yeah, Donald Duck, no.
It's definitely not Donald Duck.
And fondue, great
Fondue,
answer.
great answer. No.
Incorrect. So no joy. But you've ruled a few things out. Thanks, Amber. Brooks in Clarkson, hello.
Hi.
Hi,
All
Brookie.
right.
I hope these eliminated guesses are helping you out. Let's start at the beginning. D, a classic cartoon character.
F, a food on a stick.
And O, something you can win.
D, Daffy Duck. F, a Frankfurt. O, an Olympic medal.
They are bloody good.
Great
And in
answers.
another dimension, they were the ansers.
But not this
one.
dimension, I'm afraid.
But they were very
It's not
good.
Daffy, it's not a Frankfurter, and it's not an Olympic medal.
No.
That would have been timely too.
I know.
Unlucky.
Chantel, hello.
Hello.
Hi, Chantal.
Chantel, okay,
Here we
same
go.
clues. Here we
D,
go.
a classic cartoon character.
F, a food on a stick.
And O, something you can win. What do you think, Chantel?
Gonna go Daisy Duck, Fairy Floss, and the only thing I can think with O is an Oscar, which obviously we can't win.
Chantel.
Okay.
So here we go, Chantal. We're going to have to tell you that D is incorrect.
Yeah, it's not Daisy Duck.
But F
Is correct.
Yeah, it is.
And
O
is also
correct.
correct.
It wasn't orange. You've done most of the work.
2/3 of the work.
Get back on the phone and start ringing again.
All right, we move on to Shane from Dianella. Good morning, Shane.
Good morning, guys.
Hey,
Hey,
Shane,
Shane.
we have found the F and the O. We're still going to need those answers from
Yes.
you, though. All right, but we are looking for a D, a classic cartoon character.
F, a food on a stick.
And O, something you can win.
Now, we are playing for $1,000 right now.
I'm going to go with Dumbo, Barry Floss, and Oscar.
He's done it.
Dumbo is correct. Well done, Shane.
man.
$1,000 to spend at DFO is all yours, you
Yeah,
fella.
Shane.
Well
Brilliant.
done.
Thank you, guys. This is the best start to the morning.
Oh, Shane.
Good, isn't it?
Shane, what were your answers going to be if you hadn't have heard our previous caller?
I was actually going to go Daffy Duck. I thought that was probably the go-to.
Yeah.
And then I was trying to think outside the box, and I'm like, Dumbo.
Yeah.
Has to be Dumbo.
It's
A
Dumbo.
lot of the whole duck family. We did cover that off.
No, we didn't get the Huey, Dewey, and Louie.
Well,
I
it just
thought
would have
that
been
one
Dewey.
Yeah, Dewey.
Yes, yeah. Well done, Shane. That's how it's done,
Yeah,
everybody.
that's
We're going to
great,
do it again tomorrow.
Nathan, Nat, and Sean podcast.
Nearly time for us to go. 'Cause
Sometimes.
Sean's just done such great work today that we
I actually read the news really well, but that was it.
Except for that time you didn't.
Sometimes our show's gone so good, our boss is so proud he comes in
Yes.
and he comes in to come across the finish line with us, and that's what's happened today. Hey, David.
Not today, not with Shawnee.
So did you hear him not do the news?
No, I actually didn't even know.
I would love to know if there's anybody out there that noticed Sean didn't do the news. I'm just pointing out that maybe by the time Ali gets back, the news is gone. Because I don't know if anyone's listening.
Not in this room.
Like, is it just the grated carrot of a breakfast show, is it?
I know people will be listening. I mean, there's obviously
they?
people because they want to know what's going on in the traffic.
Yeah, but everyone's got their phones.
Did that really happen? Yeah.
Because think about it, newsreaders are just people that reading out what you read on the internet.
I know, but if you're in the car, you're not looking at your phone because you're a legal, law-abiding
But
citizen.
most people, and you look at the statistics, most people wake up, as soon as they wake up, they get onto their phone, they look through their Facebook feed and stuff for news. So, yeah.
Late-breaking sports news, obviously,
Anyway,
is
and
high
all
on
I'm
the
saying
agenda.
is that there is a possible money grab here with 2 pay days up for grabs.
Up for grabs.
God, what would we get if we got rid of a sports guy and a news girl? What would we get? What would we have, Natalie?
Free coffee every week.
So a barista. David?
Yes.
That's a great
Actually, that's a great idea.
Shit, I'm out of contract.
We never said that to replace him with other radio people.
Okay, now we're talking. Hey, Ross, you're up for a barista, aren't you?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
But it'd probably be the cost of my job as well. But stop reminding everyone we're redundant.
Yeah.
No, we didn't say.
You're right. The company's doing it themselves.
You and Sean are redundant, is that what you're saying?
Just on that, Shawnee, so you missed your sport report. What was the difference between Tel's response when you missed a sport report and LEP's response when you missed
Oh, well, you know what would happen with Ali? She would have kneed me in the balls and then tried to slit my throat. That's what would have happened.
Yeah. But the balls would have been kneed for the 4th time in the morning.
Nathan, Nat, and Sean is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcasts.com.au. Nova.